Welcome back everyone to a competition week. You're watching the week of July 3rd, which was a big week full of New Zealand national championships. I am now on holiday, sitting under a tree. I'll give you a quick tour of where I am. It's a little resort-like place at Turtle Bay. Nevertheless, it's beautiful and nice sunny climate compared to the winter in New Zealand to make this video. While we're watching the little build up towards nationals itself, which will include a podium training session, I'll start off by updating what's going on the Patreon. So last time I said I had to fix my external hard drive, which is full of years of my previous gymnastics, and I thought it would be a good idea to make videos about what my technique was like let's say 5 years ago versus what my technique is like now for the same skill. When I was watching my old gym, one thing I noticed was my catch-of looks absolutely different now than compared to, I think it was 2018. And of course my clips of the Kudanovs where I gianted out with straight arms, did a clean Kudanov, are on that hard drive as well, which took me just over 1k New Zealand to fix. But I'm not going to give up so many of my years of gymnastics. But lesson learned, don't use external hard drives, post it online instead. So good thing is, for the last 2 or 3 years that I've been uploading onto YouTube, I don't have to worry about losing it because it's always there online for me to see. So anyway, one thing I did find on my iPad, which was quite special, was my last 2 touches before marching out to the 2017 World Championships. So what I'm going to do is release that onto the Patreon next and do a little commentary around that, which shows you a very dodgy and scary training arena with virtually no light. There was like one lamp on one side of the gym and one lamp or light, I don't know what to call it, almost looked like a theater light on the other side, in an otherwise pitch black room, no lights on top or anything. But anyway, that's going to be the next sort of Patreon release. My qualification routines from nationals, or it was Apparatus qualifications and all-round finals day 1, those are already on the Patreon, and today you guys are going to see day 2, which was Apparatus finals. Something to say about nationals. Man, that high bar was slick. When we first got here, the first thing I checked down at the mount was the bar, and it was almost slimy. I did a set of giants on it, chalked up my guards, chalked up my hands, and even giants just felt dangerous. So took a long time out of that podium session to do the bar, and podium was timed, so all of the groups were going around on their specific apparatus that they were scheduled on, so I had to kind of abort mission and then save high bar till the end. So you'll see me jumping around a lot from apparatus to apparatus, sort of going to the apparatus that were free at the time. But more or less the bar got prepared in time for the competition, and everything was great. Now it is an old bar, so I did find that my amplitude was a bit lacking, and I don't know if it's because I was just a little bit off or if there was a little bit of a weaker bounce to the bar. I think it's the same bar that I competed Kudanov on at the 2018 National Championships, which were also held at this mount, at the mount, which is located in Tauranga, about 3 hours south of Auckland. And there you can see it was at the Bay Park Arena. Nationals was another stepping stone where I was learning how to approach a competition from the mindset of enjoying the competition, having fun. Obviously it's not such a serious competition, it's not a qualifier for anything. It's not a World Cup. It's not Oceania Championships, which qualifies you to the World Championships. So it was a good chance to just relax a little bit and focus more on the fun, on the enjoyment side, rather than on the performance side. Nevertheless, there was plenty of focus on the performance side also, and I had a decent day. I had some blunders along the way, but in the qualifications or the all-round, I think I got somewhere in the 78s. Got a personal best on floor, a 13.7, so the new floor routine worked out. In the finals, I got a bit lower, a 13.3, I think, and I placed second to our very own Daniel Stoddart. Floor finals was really close, and here you go. Here's the routine from the finals. My next video that I think I'm gonna make tomorrow is gonna be a special one. There is a new movement happening in gymnastics, pioneered by the World Gymnastics Association, WGA for short, made by Owen Magraken. There's an Instagram behind it, a YouTube, but I think it's across all social media platforms. And I'm looking forward to showcasing a couple routines that I did for the first World Gymnastics Association online competition event. But that'll probably be sometime in the next few days. Just keep an eye out for that one, because it is a special one. It's a wonderful opportunity for athletes all around the world. So anyway, so far so good. Looking at this angle, which the judges don't get to see, I do straddle my legs on the way down from that double pike. And it is a strategy that I use, that I face a certain way in my diagonal so that the judges don't see my cowboy on my layout double front, and they don't see the mess when I tuck a little bit, probably half a flip too early. I tuck down that double pike. So the judges are there sitting on the left where I'm standing now, so I kind of, try to cheat my way around some extra deductions, because I know where my deductions are. So anyway, 13.3, happy chappy. We only had 1 day rest in between, and I did 6. Not only did I do 6 Apparatus both days, I was really impressed with myself and my body that I was able to whip out all around 2 days. I also did 2 vaults. Day 1, my second vault got counted as a front pike, but day 2, it was still a bit pikey, but they gave it a layout half. So pretty stoked. That's the first time since the Olympic Games in Rio that I competed 2 vaults. And back then I competed Yurchenko double and a Suk full, which I could have done here. Sukahara layout full is of course quite an easy vault, but I thought I'd challenge myself and try something more difficult for me, and that's what I've been training up until now anyway. 12-1, man, horse was rough both days. First day was going really well, and I lost form a lot on the check. Never underestimate the check. I lost form both days on a check. Rings. Day 1 rings, I undercooked the dismount. I felt so good on floor and vault in the all-around final that I think I relaxed a bit on rings and just expected it to be given to me. And it serves me right, I undercooked the dismount and ended up falling forwards. So I knew here I had to put some effort into it, and I did. And unexpectedly, I won rings. Our own Sam had a few wobbles, which put him down a few tenths. Everybody knows that Sam is really the best rings worker in the country by a long shot, but this time there was a few mistakes. Daniel as well scored a 13.4, I think, in the qualifications. So yeah, vault, I think, came second. Pommel horse, I won. There was only about 4 people in the pommel horse final. And there's a new rule in Gymnastics New Zealand where to make Apparatus finals you need to score a 10. Because we barely have 8 seniors per Apparatus as is, there's going to be an additional rule which was already implemented here. You have to score a 10 or more to participate in the final, as well as be in the top 8. P-Bar's day 1 was beautiful, except an overcooked dismount. Did a backward roll out of the double pike and still got a 13.6. Here I had to repeat the Peach 1. Now when it happened at the World Cups, I got scared to do the giant Diamond-off after with a lot of shuffling around, but here I committed to the giant Diamond-off even with a repeated peach to one bar and extra reverse turn, putting me in a different place of the bar that I otherwise planned to do my giant D-arm on, and stood the dismount up. So still only a 13.6. I was hoping to do the Makutes. I warmed it up, but yeah, after all the shuffling around, decided just to finish the routine clean. Day one high bar, I only did 2 catch-ups. I was exhausted. The competition was running late. It was about 9:30, which is usually when I'm getting ready for bed. So I just did 2 catch-ups day one and called it a day. Day two, decided to at least throw a casino. It is the final, so you know, I didn't really care about taking out the title so much as challenging myself a little bit. Sent it quite early, but it was pretty close. Didn't bother with the Coleman, and I think I was actually just planning on doing the casino by itself. I wasn't feeling too comfortable on this bar with the big releases. And finished off the routine as clean as I could. So anyway, awesome time at Nationals. Took out the all-around for the 3rd time, I think. Mark Unovich and David Phillips hold the record with 5. Who knows, if I stick around another few years, maybe we'll get there too. Cheers for sticking with us. Look out for the video tomorrow. Peace out.